And now I'm unmuted. There you go.
We're unmuted.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not live. Oh, we're live, but we're not. There we go. There we go. Now I can see us. Hi,
I
everybody.
can I'm the delay is messing with me.
I think it's like
There I am.
10 seconds maybe or 15 seconds, something like
It's a little bit. Let me see. Well, I mean, I can tell. Okay, so yeah, it's about 20 seconds.
that. It's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
It won't be bad for me because I'm not seeing the stream anyway. So, hey, everyone that's
Yeah.
watching the stream I can't see anyway. How are you?
The one other person.
All right. Um,
Hi.
so what's up, man? I forgot why we skipped the last one, but it's okay.
It was a pay-per-view.
Oh, right. I had like 7 or 8 people in my house.
Yeah, I mean, it's once a month that's going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to be rude and like leave the group to come and do this for a half hour, and then go back, and I didn't want to miss anything on the show either. So I
Like, so
figured,
what happened?
yeah, yeah. You want me to run down the last hour? Did you just lose me?
I did.
Are you still?
On me now.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Yeah. Can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. It's I don't know. It must be the microphone itself because it only happens when I bump the bottom, and the wires, the
Uh,
ports in the bottom are like so finicky. They're so sensitive that it bumps out the USB. So because that's out, the headphones are out, so you come out of my regular speakers, which is fine with me. But it's just it's so sensitive.
that's weird. That's also what she said.
All right, I am ready to go. Hello, people in the chat room. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching. I think that's what I want to say, right? I hope you're watching. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
So I took we've only done 2 episodes so far. I took the two that we did, and now that I'm gonna say this, I forgot to do it now. Also, oh hey, look at that! Recent followers, Marty the Moth. Hey, buddy, Lucha Underground. How are you? He's not here. I just saw the recent followers thing pop up on the bottom of the screen on the stream.
We'll still all.
So, uh, so there's an option to OBS to stream and record, so you can do both at the same time, or you can just do one or the other. So I forgot to record the last 2 shows we did, so I just had to download them off of YouTube. So I'm going through well, now I'm gonna have having to do that again because I forgot to do the record thing. But I'm going through the steps to get us on iTunes. I just need to rip the audio from the videos, which is why I needed to download them to begin with. So I haven't had a chance to get around to completing everything yet, but I'm doing step by step. So hopefully soon you'll all be able to be hearing us on the iTunes because this is not strictly a video required show, if that makes sense. Or
Yeah, I'm
video
not doing anything
video
amazingly
dependent,
crazy.
may be a better word. Yeah, I'm not. You know, people are better off to not look at me. So it's okay.
I mean, I'm not getting power bombed through a flaming table anytime soon, so
No,
I'm fine.
God, I'm not either anymore. Thankfully. That's one spot that I always wanted to do, and no one would ever let me because I didn't do all that hardcore stuff, so I didn't work for a lot of those companies. Like
Yeah.
I've worked for companies where like I've done like a one-off, like a hardcore weapons match, or like I wrestled Just Incredible in a kendo stick match in 2005, or 2005 or 2010. I don't know, 2005, yeah, something like that. So yeah, because it was 13 years ago. Jesus. In June of no, September 10th, 2005. I don't know why I remember that. So just about a week away, it'll be 13 years.
Wow.
Jesus. Yeah, we talked about doing a rematch too a bunch of times, and then I ended up getting hurt when I first hurt my neck, and it just never happened. But
Uh,
like, so I worked for whatever company that was. I don't even remember. It was in I don't know, somewhere in Pennsylvania with it, something with a W, Woodhaven maybe, and but I've never actually worked for a company that strictly did that, so I could do like the flaming tables. I don't even know what made me want to do it. I just thought like I just got to do it at least one time. I just thought it would be
Yeah.
cool. But I mean, years later, I'm like, man, I'm glad I never did that. I don't know what made me want to do that, other than like the ECW fan in me is the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah.
When I first started training, ECW is where I wanted to work. I mean, NWA is where I wanted to work, number one above everybody. But ECW, there were so many ECW guys that trained that came in and did guest training in my the training center I went to. So that's where I wanted to go. And unfortunately, they shut down before I finished my training and was ready to branch out. But maybe that's where that comes from. I don't know. But thankfully, neither you or myself are going to be power bombed through double flaming or triple flaming tables anytime soon.
That's just not at all.
That I know of, at least. It's not planned. If it does happen to me, it's not planned. So,
I mean, it's more likely to happen to me at this stage than you.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm a little hesitant, but I mean, at least a non-flaming table first, at least.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah,
that I've done. There's that actually the first time I did that was on my birthday weekend once in Pennsylvania. It was great. I have to find the video for that. It's somewhere on. I don't know if you know if it's online, but it was some fun stuff.
Yeah, I don't. The local promotion that I go to down here,
Right.
They had a hardcore match, and one of the spots that happened was, I don't know if they just couldn't find, if they didn't know how to set the table up or what, but they had like a 2x4, not a 2x4. They had like a plank of wood that they put between two tables, and they threw somebody through it, and it didn't break. It just made the chairs move a little bit, and it looked bad. But it's one of those things where it's like, I think they were just, I don't know if they're just not prepared for that kind of thing or what.
That's the worst when it doesn't break. I've been through that too.
Yeah.
And you just gotta when a guy dove off the top and hit me and the table didn't break. I just kind of like the table fell over with me on it like a big thud. It looked terrible. I mean, it looked, years later I thought it was hilarious, but it just looked stupid. Oh man. So
I always cringe more at those than I do the actual breaking table.
So did I. It hurts a lot more. I mean, as weird as it sounds, like being driven through a table that breaks isn't all that bad. As opposed to it not, well, I shouldn't say that. It hurts, obviously, but as opposed to it not breaking, that's the worst. And the absolute worst are the ones I've done where, I don't know if, like, some people notice this, some people don't, but you can gimmick the table where you pull off that metal, like, framing piece underneath it. So, I don't know what it's called. I guess it's just a metal frame or whatever, or support, whatever it's for. But you can unscrew that and take that off, and it obviously makes it a lot easier to break because there's no support. So the companies that don't take that off, that don't gimmick it, that hurts a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I've seen guys go through that, and the wood breaks, but of course that steel frame thing is there. I've seen guys get their heads cut from that, and their necks go through it and get like cuts over here and stuff. That's the worst. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't do that. Other than I mean, I guess it would depend on how big the guy is that's going through it, because that takes away a lot of the support underneath. So if there's a guy like my size now, I probably wouldn't do it. But back when I first did this, I was between 180 and 195 pounds pretty consistently, so it wasn't all that bad.
Yeah. Well, I definitely wouldn't do that, because I know that I would definitely, I would get stuck in the middle of that thing.
I have to find the video of the first time I did it. It was in Palo Alto, California. Palo Alto, Pennsylvania, and it was Draven Blaze was Sean Fury was the other guy, and they did I think it was was it Rob Van Dam and Sabu that did the double table spot finisher. One dude did like a splash, the other one did like a leg drop or something like that at the same time.
That sounds right, but I'm not.
I think it was Van Dam and Sabu, but that's what they did, and it was on my birthday weekend. It was just funny. I gotta find that. If I ever find the video, I'll tweet you a link or whatever.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Let me see. I only have one star tonight, and I have two others that are one is 5 stars and one is 4. So I kind of cheated a little bit, but these were just the other. They were just too funny, so I had to get them.
Well, I just had two. One of them's really not all that funny, but one of them is an Airbnb that I wanted to talk about.
I'm
And
still I'm still weird about that. I haven't tried. I heard about it a very long time ago. My old roommate Matt, his mother used to do it when she would come up here to visit. I lived in Parsippany, New Jersey at the time, and he was my roommate, and his girlfriend lived with him, and his girlfriend lived with me, basically. And his mother, there was no room, there was no third bedroom or anything like that, so his mother would always get an Airbnb somewhere in town, and I was like, man, it's like I'm at someone's house. It's weird to me.
yeah,
It's
I
not
mean,
like Jay Freddy, who's a wrestler from New York, who lives up in Rochester. It's like a 5.5 hour drive. It's not like him crashing at my house last month because he has a show in Jersey the following day. That's 10 minutes from my house. It's like this is a stranger. I think that's what's weird to me about it.
yeah. I get weird going to people's houses. I know what happened.
Somebody followed me or something
Oh,
happened. I don't know what that. Oh my god. I don't know what
somebody
the.
popped up in the chat. Hey, it's Josiah. Damn it.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
okay.
hey, Joey.
Man, I forgot that. So you know the obviously the Twitch alerts that pop up when someone follows, hosts, subscribes, or whatever. So
Yeah.
mine haven't worked in months. Um, so initially I set them up on like 3 different websites, and I would forget, like when I would make one, I would forget to go back and disable them from the one I did before that, and then I would find cooler ones and something else. So while I'm streaming games or whatever, I'm hearing like all these sounds. I know that they're alerts because I set them up, but I don't remember what sound is for what and what video means what and whatever. So then eventually I went in and turned them all off on like 2 websites, and I left like the regular Streamlabs one on, but them Streamlabs themselves, their site is having issues where the alerts are not working at the moment. So I haven't gotten anything in like 6 weeks. So
Man.
I finally went to Streamlabs, disabled everything, and went to another new website I just found out about a couple weeks ago, set up everything. So I'm so used to not hearing that stuff that I just I mean I just
That took you by surprise.
yeah, I just jumped 30 feet in the air while I'm like, oh my god. I don't even know what happened because the alert popped up, but it pops up like under the graphic that I have, so I see like the little graphic come out and then pop back in, but I don't see what it says. It's almost like I could just see the outline, but I can't see the actual alert.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, that scared the crap out of me. But anyway, yeah. So Airbnb is
But
like it's a stranger. I think that's why I'm weird about it.
well, and that's part of what, like, I get weirded out when I go to friends' house to stay the night because, I mean, I'll never forget the time that I stayed at my friend Jason's uh, brother's house, and they put me in a guest room where the entire thing was surrounded by porcelain dolls.
That's creepy.
It was. And there was like 11 pillows, and I laid on top of the bed because I was like, I don't want to disturb this. It looks like it's for show, not for actual use.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it was no, I didn't like it one bit. I don't want to go to some stranger's house and do that.
Right, right. We have a guest bedroom here, and I've told my fiance before. I'm like, yo, we should rent out the guest bedroom on Airbnb and make like $100 a week for it. She's like, that's weird. That's strangers. I don't. That's weird. I'm like, yeah, but like when my friends come over, they're strangers to you, but obviously that's different.
I felt weird staying at Joey's house for the first time. Then after that, I was okay.
Wait,
It
who
was
said that?
Josiah.
Oh,
Josiah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's welcome here all the time now. I forgot that I don't have the stream open, so I can't actually see what's going on.
I'm your eyes and ears.
I guess I could do it on the second monitor because OBS is still there.
But before we get to the Airbnb, let's do the 1-star reviews.
Do you have any 1 stars or no? Because I only have one.
Well, I mean, there's um I have one, but it's not really all that funny. It's like a Chili's in Hattiesburg and Mississippi, and I'm going to say Chili's because it's not like a family operated.
Yeah,
But
I know what you mean.
but I mean, there are so many 1 stars on here. It's ridiculous. The very first one that you see is a picture of the appetizers, the hot wings. Which
Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture. There's like no sauce on these wings, but
I like
the
their.
picture.
I'm not a big Chili's guy really, but I like their Southwest egg rolls.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
And I normally like their boneless chicken wing. Chicken. Well, they're not really wings. The chicken nuggets with sauce.
Yeah. I always call boneless wings adult chicken nuggets.
Right. That's exactly what they are to me too. Because they're not wings. What are you doing?
Right. They're
But
round. First of all, they're round mostly.
yeah,
There's no round
wings are.
wings.
Where did you get that wing? you know. But it's a picture of a piece of celery that's brown on both sides.
Oh, that's not right.
No, and the caption says, "Look at this mess. Why would you serve celery on a plate looking like it died?" Never going back for sure. One of the reasons why I haven't been there in over 10 years. Now, this person is from New York, New York, and this is for the location in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Yeah. But this one has pictures also. Absolutely terrible. First, I went to the restroom and the toilets were dirty and there wasn't a lock on the door.
Oh, that's weird.
Now, I've been to a place where they didn't even have a door to the stall.
That's weirder.
Yes. And I was terrified that I would have to go to the bathroom while I was there. And it was a pizza joint. So the chances of me needing to go to the bathroom after eating there was very high.
Yeah, I can go for pizza now just from you saying the word.
Yeah.
After the disappointing Chinese dinner I just had. I've never heard
use
of a any kind of establishment without a restaurant door.
right. And the place isn't there anymore, so I guess it's okay to say it. It's a place called Zeppelin's, and otherwise it's a pretty cool place. It's a Led Zeppelin themed pizza place, and
That's a cool idea.
I went in there to do a comedy show. That's the only comedy show I've ever done where I was paid. And I went into the bathroom and there was like, I mean, it was there. I mean, there was no way to close the door or nothing because there was not one. It was bizarre.
So
But to continue to this Chili's, when I got back to the table, all our drinks were greasy and had food inside of them. Yeah,
greasy.
all the
drinks are
yeah,
greasy. That's weird.
it is. What are you doing, Chili's?
Like that makes me question. Like, do they mean like in the liquid or just like the glasses were like?
I'm sure the glasses were greasy on the outside.
Oh.
And
I'm thinking like grease from like a fryer, dripped into
just
the
kind of
Coke.
floating on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like
that's what. Yeah, I mean that's the image I got in my head.
Oh,
but
that's funny.
I'm sure that's not. But all of the silverware for our party of 5 had food stuck on it. We told the manager, and she did not respond properly. Now the thing is, she didn't tell us how she responded.
yeah.
Just that she did not respond properly. So that is Chili's in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So eat at your own risk.
I only have one that's a restaurant. The other one is a police department, and then I have one that's a review of a bus company, and I don't know which one it is. So no no harm, no foul. I'm not saying their name, but I'm gonna read the restaurant one because this is from a place that I've been to. It's about a half a mile from my house, and
Oh, nice.
I like to try to find like local stuff when we do the show, but these other two that I'll read in a little bit are just too funny to not. Just too funny to not read. The police department one absolutely has to be a fake, but it's hilarious, so I'm going to read it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, why would Yelp even let you review a police department?
I actually never thought of that before. That's a very good point.
It's like the fire department let my house burn to the ground.
I never thought of that before. It's pretty funny. All right, so this one is for a place which the name I don't even remember. They've only been there for about within 2018 they opened. I think February they opened, something like that. So it's only been about 6-7 months. This review is from 1 month ago. Now, before I read this, I'm going to tell you my experience. It was okay, but that's as far as it goes. My fiance and I went there, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. It's just a sports bar. Like, their big thing is we have 27 TVs, which is cool, but like when you walk in, there's a whole bunch lined up across the right wall, and then there's only room for like 4 on the left wall, and then there's I think there's 4 more side by side, like down at one end of the bar. The problem with that is 0 of the tables face any of the TVs. So if you're sitting at the bar, the entire side wall and the 4 at the end of the bar are behind you. So you're sitting at the bar, but you're facing away from it, which is kind of, I don't know if that's weird or distracting or whatever. And then the other tables have so around like the perimeter of the place, they have like the tall tables against the walls, and then on the inner part of the floor they have the regular size low, I don't know what you call them, normal tables. So if that place is packed on like a Friday or Saturday night, you're unless you're sitting at, well, actually if you're at those big tables, I guess you're facing the TVs if you're like on the far end of the table, but if you're on the wall side, your back is to the TV. And then if those high tables are packed or filled, I mean, then the people on the center tables on the floor or on the in the center of the floor on the regular size tables, they're not going to be able to see through everyone sitting around, because the TVs are not like they're way high up; they're just normal level, I guess, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to see the TVs unless you're sitting like opposite the wall on those big on the high tables. So the first thing I noticed when I went in there was like, it's cool they have so many TVs, but who the hell can see them? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Why brag about having $1 million in the bank if you can't touch it until you're 205 years old? What's a big deal? It's like, well, then I don't have it. It's essentially like less is more to me. So 27 TVs is cool, but just put like 5 or 6 up that everyone can see. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it was okay. It was it's basically this place is like it's almost like a Buffalo Wild Wings. It's very, very similar to that. So except that the layout maybe could use some work. But it's like burgers, wings, and beer and like bar food. It's really nothing special. It's not anything that I can't get at a diner for probably half the price, and a lot nicer atmosphere. And because it's new, there's a lot of employees there that are not only new to that place, but new to the service industry in general, and it kind of shows.
Wow.
So I'm going to read one of those reviews now. The waitress we had was awesome, but it just took her, like, we come in, the hostess seats us, and then it took 5 minutes for anyone to come over and ask us for anything. Or actually, that's not true. The first time she came over, it took about 5 minutes, but then she didn't ask if we wanted drinks or anything. She just came and gave us menus, and then said, "I'll be right back." And then came back another 5 minutes, and then said, "Do you want anything to drink?" And then we ordered drinks, and then it was like in 5 or 10 minute like intervals, she would come back and say, "Do you need anything else? Anything else?" And then we ordered appetizers and entrees, and they all came out at the same time, which kind of bothered me because those high tables.
Pet peeve.
Yeah. Those high tables are not big. They're tall and they're round. So there was not a lot of space for us to like have our arms and our plates and drinks and food at the same time. So I was like, just bring it out. The appetizer comes out first, please. Anyway, so this review is from that place, which again, I mean, I wouldn't give it a 1 star, but I wouldn't give it a 5. I would probably do like a 3 right in the middle. But we're probably not.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to go back because it's just, it didn't stand out enough. It's extremely forgettable.
There's better things available.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in a little shopping center or strip mall kind of thing. So there's like 4 other restaurants and a GameStop in that little thing, in that shopping center. So we have like 3 or 4 other places to choose from food wise, and then I always hit GameStop afterwards anyway. So fine. So this is all the way at the opposite end of the GameStop. So skipping this is not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
So this review is like, it's not really funny at all. I just don't understand what I guess what the restaurant is thinking that does this. But this is that place. It says got here at I guess this happened. I'm assuming this is happening while this guy's writing this because I just realized it says I'm here at 9:00. Little light crowd for a Friday. I got a menu. I got a menu, looked at it, put it down. Bartender came over, took the menu, and didn't even ask if I wanted to order, and left. I guess I'll eat somewhere else tonight.
Well,
I don't understand what they're thinking.
what? What?
I put.
Like, I'm gonna take
I looked
your-
at the menu, put it down, and then the bartender took it, came over, took it, didn't even ask if I wanted to order anything. I guess I'll just eat somewhere else tonight.
Well, you put it down. It's obviously not worth anything.
What? I think he meant like he put it down because he was done or he had decided or whatever. But the guy just came over and took it and went back to the bar and didn't ask him if he was ready to order or anything like that. So strange.
That is a strange way to do business.
Yeah.
It just somebody needs to. Whoever opened that place had to have not had any kind of restaurant experience, or if they did, they don't have anybody training that does.
This is a chain place. I just remember the name of it. This is a chain place, but it's.
Oh wow!
This is the only one that's in New Jersey. So they're based in Tampa, Florida, and if I remember correctly, there's like 36 of them in Florida.
Oh,
And
good
then
lord!
Florida and I think Georgia, there was like 18, and then every other state going up to here, there's only one in each state. So they're a very southern thing. So I guess maybe y'all down south are a lot nicer than we are up here, I guess. I'm assuming.
I don't know
Because,
what's the name of the place.
Hurricanes or the Hurricanes, something like that. It's something Hurricane Sports Grill or Hurricane Sports Bar and Grill or something like that.
I mean, the name rings a bell, but then again, everything around here is Hurricane something.
Yeah. I had never heard of it till they opened here a few months back, and then I looked it up after we left. And I was like, wow, there's like 30 of these places in Florida and like 20 in Georgia, and then everywhere else is 1, maybe 2 in like Virginia. But like Jersey, there's only 1, and this is the first one.
I'll have to, you know what? I kind of want to know where the closest one to me is. Let's see real to see if I can go. The experience
I'm
just
hoping
seems
it
like,
will be different.
yeah, and that's the thing. I want to see if this is like standard
different than my experience and different than this guy who looked at his menu and then got it taken away without being asked if he wanted anything.
Hurricane's Grill.
Yeah, might be. It's up. The one up here I remember has a slightly different name. It's like Hurricane Sports Grill or Sports Bar and Grill or whatever. But it's all the same chain. There's a ton of them in Florida.
There's actually one in Alabama that's not far from me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that's not far from me.
Hey, if we do a Patreon for this show, we can have people fund your visit there.
Right?
As show research.
You know what? That would be an interesting. Yeah, it's an hour away from me, so
that's not too well. That's far to go. I was gonna say that's not bad, but now I'm thinking that's far to go to intentionally have a bad experience.
that's true. It would be me at my most masochistic,
Or to expect, I should say, to expect a subpar experience.
It's like, hello, I'm here for a bad time.
Have a good night. No thanks. That's not why I'm here. You have any? You have another one or no? I forgot.
Well, I just have the Airbnb. And this one, I don't know. I think we should really close out on this one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can do these other two because they're not.
Because this one is a trip.
So
It really is.
let me do the bus company one, and I'm going to do the police department one last.
Excellent.
This one, I don't know if it's legit, but I did see another similar review, like in the little group of reviews that mentioned this being in the paper and posted a link. So I didn't see the link. I mean, I didn't read the link. I mean, but there was a link there, so I'm assuming this actually happened.
Oh wow.
And it's funny because it's 3 stars, and I guess it started out as 5, but this is for, and I don't know what the name of the bus line is or the bus company or whatever, but it says, I must downgrade. I'm laughing at it already. I must downgrade this to 3 stars after the last bus I was just on hit 2 pedestrians and kept going.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
I wasn't expecting that either when I was reading it. Then I got to that part. I'm like, whoa!
That's quite a twist.
Yeah, plot twist. But I think what's even funnier than that is, despite that, they got 3 stars, which is which is more than half.
It got me there alive.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I mean, to hell with those other 2 people.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
What the hell? They lost a star per person.
That's a really good way to look at it.
3 more, and that's it.
I love that. It's the last bus I was on hit 2 pedestrians. It kept going. Oh man, that's funny.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't funny at the time.
Actually, let me read this other one too. This is on. If this was right above the one I just read, it's just on the. I printed this out and it just happens to be on there. I don't know what the top of it's cut off, so all I can see is the 1 star thing, and that it's for someplace in California, but I don't know the name of it. That's not printed on here. It's cut off or whatever.
Interesting.
But I can see the picture is a really nice looking brunette chick. So I kind of see where this guy's coming from. But anyway, so this girl says, 1 star. My experience at this restaurant lasted for about 2 seconds. I went in, asked the guy if they sold meatballs, and the waiter smirked at me and said, "You can meet these balls," and proceeded to flip me off. Proceeded to flip off the table in front of him.
Wow.
I love that. You can meet.
But I mean, what?
That's fucking terrific.
I feel like that was made from an ad lib.
That one I don't think is real either, but I think it's funny. So this police department one, I is going to be obviously fake. I think it has to be, but it's hilarious, so I'm going to read it anyway. And it's 5 stars, not 1, but whatever. It's for the Topeka Police Department in Topeka, Kansas. I don't have the guy's name, just 5 stars. The address, and says, they were very gentle when they handcuffed me, and their patrol vehicles are incredibly roomy. Overall, very professional. We'll definitely get arrested by them again for sure. I like that one. That one's awesome. There was another police station one I saw today that was like, it said it was 1 star, and it said something like, no matter where I've been in the country, these people always. It was for such and such police department in whatever his hometown was, and it was like, no matter where I am in this country, these people always manage to find me and pick me up. At least I get a free ride. Which sounds like a fugitive in hiding to me.
It really does. It's like you were expedited to. I mean,
oh man, that's all I got for now.
Well, okay, so I am on Airbnb, and I can't. Now I'm going to read the description of the location as written by the person that is renting out the place, and I'm looking at the photos, and it is not ideal. And
is that nice?
That is me being nice. So I'm going to read her description here. Now I'm going to try to pronounce things the way that she spelled them.
This is already funny, dude.
And I'm going to, and I can't help but think that her voice is going to be at the same level that I'm going to perform this. It's, I live alone, but got security up for eyes I don't have not a stalker. Already I lost her.
Yeah.
Just a man honesty. My husband died 17 years ago. So I came to live on a river. Enjoy fishing. Love the view. Ride my bike actually and love my TV. Like to meet people from all over the world. Welcome to God country. Amen. I enjoy my cigs, a frozen margarita from time to time, or a glass of wine. I will not have alcoholics on my land. I have respect. I expect the same from you. I'm a bit of an old schooler, and I just enjoy my life as much as I can. Life is good. So,
as you read that, I pictured this woman in my head. So now I have a
there's
picture,
a picture
of
of
what I
her
think that
on
looks
here.
like.
There is a
Oh,
picture of her on here. I haven't clicked on it to look at it, but
Well, just with the voice that you did for it, I have my own thing now, and my own picture of this woman in my head.
well, I based it on the spelling too. There's no punctuation that makes any sense. It's like, I mean, I enjoy cigs, a frozen margarita from time to time, or a glass of wine. Now, that sentence right there is the most mind-numbing because it's I enjoy my cigs. There should be a comma there, and there's not.
Right.
A frozen margarita from time to time. Frankly, that should be a period.
Yeah.
But then she says, "R a glass of wine."
Like A-R-E?
That's how she spelled. No, the letter R.
Oh,
The letter A.
R. What?
Yeah,
That,
good glass of wine.
that's not even shorthand for or. That's for
No,
like ARE.
why would there be a shorthand for or?
I don't know. It's already short.
So
I like that she said she likes wine, but she doesn't want alcoholics.
that's right.
So you can drink wine, but I can't.
Acolics on her land, which is how she spelled that.
What alcoholics?
Yeah. So here is the first and only review. I think this was from February of this year.
I wonder if that means no one stayed there since.
I don't
That's
think
why
they
there's
have.
no further reviews. Is it 1 star?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Frederick, God bless you, sir, for seeing these pictures and reading that description and deciding that this was by far the best place to stay
This is the best option on vacation.
in this area. I'm not going to tell you where this is because this is a real person I'm talking about here. But 99% of travelers will find totally unacceptable. It's a worn out old trailer in bad shape. Your hosts will smoke inside non-stop.
Well, that part, I mean, she did say I enjoy cigarettes.
Exactly.
So I would just assume worst case scenario she's gonna be smoking a lot inside.
Yes. Now here's the response. To whom it may concern, which
Wait,
Frederick.
that was his whole review?
That was his whole review.
99% of people would not like this, and she smokes a lot?
Yeah.
It's a crappy trailer?
It's the response that's the best part.
Oh, the owner responded? The woman responded back?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this is great.
I didn't know that was an option. You know what? We might change this whole thing to Airbnb. But to whom it may concern, I am new to this experience and was caught off guard with my first customer. First off, if you as soon as you put it online, you should be expecting visitors.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
that's the point.
it's like, holy crap, somebody actually wants to stay in my shack. I clearly state in my profile that I smoke in my home. No, you didn't. You said that you enjoy cigarettes, although one could assume. I do not have a giant place, no. But I do have a comfortable space on the river that I call home. I hope the preferences of one man don't cause others to judge. Thank you, and I look forward for more guests.
Nothing
Ma'am.
since February.
Nothing
That's
since literally
about 6 months now. 6.5 months.
Exactly. And if you look at these photos, I mean, the first off, it is a trailer, which there's nothing wrong with trailers, but some of these pictures, it doesn't show the inside at all, and it worries me because I mean, on the outside it looks like it could be okay, but at the same time there's a few red flags. There are 2 ladders that are just propped up against the trailer as if they were just used.
For what?
I don't know, and that's what worries.
Get up to the top and open up the exhaust. Maybe there's like an exhaust panel where she smokes underneath to get it out.
Now, the second thing is that there is a doll stroller sitting there, and she never said she had kids.
Oh yeah, that's true too. That's creepy.
That is kind of creepy. And right next to it is like a
stroller and no doll and no kids.
There's no doll,
creepier.
No kids, and it looks like a jug of something also laying on the ground.
Is it moonshine she made in the woods?
I think we can assume there is a nice fire pit here, though, and that's very nice.
That's what happened to her other guests that left her bedroom.
That's correct.
That's where they are.
And here's a picture here. I don't know if I'm seeing this correctly or not, but it just shows like a part of a tree. Like, these aren't even pictures of the actual trailer. These are pictures of not a picture of the room or the accommodations or anything like that. It's just her mailbox and a twisted up tree that's dead, and it looks like a bulldog standing next to it.
This is like if Comfort Inn put an ad on whatever Google and said we have these great rooms, and there's just a picture of the front desk.
Yeah, well, a picture of the parking lot.
Yeah. That would be more accurate, with a dog running by.
And
that's Buster.
But the thing that gets me the most, the thing that the picture that's included, that is the most mind-boggling. Although it's not the last picture that I'm going to discuss. That's, but the most mind-numbing one is a picture of what may or may not be the lake. I can't really tell because it's so blurry.
Maybe it's just her sink.
It
could just show that there's running water.
But I also think she was trying to take a picture of an animal that's standing by it. It could be the same bulldog.
I love that that's part of the ad. Like,
yeah,
it's not really relevant to like where I'm sleeping or where I'm showering or whatever. It's just like a dog.
100%. And to that point, her final picture, while not surprising now, doesn't make any sense in the grand scheme of things. It's a picture of her in her truck.
Maybe that's the truck that drives the trailer. It drags the trailer around. Maybe she drives from state to state and then just Airbnbs other people in other states with the same trailer.
It's quite a possibility. I don't know. But that is the legend.
Picture of her in her truck.
The legend of Airbnb.
Oh man, that's funny. I'm gonna start looking for every 2 weeks when we do these shows, and I look for reviews. I'm gonna start looking for some of those too. I didn't realize that Airbnb had reviews. I thought just, or is it on the website or their app or whatever, or just are they on?
I don't know if it's on the app. The link that was sent to me brought me to the website.
That's awesome.
And I honestly could stay there right now if I wanted to. It's $49 a night.
For that?
Yeah.
That's probably the electric bill for 1 month. Which would be nice.
No, my electric bill is much higher than that.
No, that's probably her electric bill for one night.
Oh, yeah. You know what? For that thing, yeah, probably. I mean, well, she probably has window units. So it's in Louisiana in the middle of the summer. I don't know. Yeah. Although this does worry me. It says one shared bath.
Shared with her? With this woman?
That's what worries me. What do you mean?
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, that could be a shared bathroom, or maybe we're taking shared baths while I'm staying there.
Oh, I'm wrong. There were 2 guests. 2 different people stayed there.
Oh wow, there's another review. That's amazing.
Oh, there's more information too.
When is the other review from? More recent?
There's not another review,
Oh.
although there's more details that she added. Oh shoot. Just a nice, quiet country place where you can fish, relax, and enjoy your stay. If wants a good old southern home cooked meal will cost extra, but will be satisfied. Thank you. The space. It's a room with a bed and dresser with a fan or heater. It's private if you're needing to watch weather.
What?
Has big TV. I don't understand this part. It says it's private if you're needing to watch weather the LR. Whether the I don't get it. But
So if I'm
guess
watching, it's private if I need to watch the Weather Channel. If not,
Yeah.
then
That's-
it's just open.
But you know what? That actually is kind of a window into how people in the South are, because we are obsessed with the weather. We really are, because right now the conversation on my social media is mostly about the storm brewing off the Gulf of Mexico. But under guest access, it says, I also have a washer and dryer for emergency use. So you can't use it normally.
Yeah, what is that? It's emergency. I need to wash my sock.
I just murdered someone. Please.
I need have anything I can get blood off with. Well, we have a washer dryer, but it's only for emergencies.
I need to use the washer and dryer. It's an emergency. I'm a police officer. And I don't fool with my neighbors behind me at all.
I've never heard of a laundry emergency.
You know what? No, me neither. I mean,
That's pretty funny.
maybe if you shit your pants.
Well, yeah, I guess, but then I'm just going to throw that out. I'm not going to throw that in the laundry. I'd throw that inside of the road on my way home.
Oh my God. I don't fool with my neighbors behind me, though the hood to their own. You can be loud or you can be quiet, just as long as you enjoy yourself. Wow. Interactions with guests. I am usually outside working around in my yard or rocking on my porch, cleaning my pool, which is off limits to all visitors due to insurance reasons. I am at your service while I am outside, unless you need to use the kitchen for coffee or the microwave. When inside, I'm usually in my room watching my TV in the PM. I am not for in case of an emergency, Lord forbid. And the way she spelled all of this is all wrong. If you're a coffee drinker, I will make you coffee in the morning. She put a comma there. I'm going to lose my mind right now. She put a comma where one does not belong. But I've got Pop-Tarts with your coffee. Website hidden by Airbnb. So she must have put a website there.
Poptarts.com.
Must
see
be.
what it is.
I wish I want to know what she did there.
That's amazing. I have
Sorry to say.
coffee.
Yeah, I know. Like Pop-Tarts with your coffee, hillsbrothers.com, sorry to say I've got one bathroom. You're welcome to all I expect for you to keep clean and take your stuff in and out when you're finished. I also have a bigger barbecue pit for lots of grilling or a grill in the ground by a rock fireplace. Quite cozy if you're into a little grilling. Now, me reading that, it sounds like I'm remedial, but I'm reading it as she wrote it.
That's the best part.
And I couldn't read it quicker, because if I did, I couldn't figure out what the hell she was saying. This is the greatest. You know what? I'm going to start reading it from
I love that she offers Pop-Tarts. That's my favorite part.
coffee and Pop-Tarts. Holy shit, that's worth the $49
I was
right
going to
now.
say that's the sale right there.
What flavor Pop-Tarts do you offer? I wonder if there's a Q&A section on there.
Q&A.com. That's what was blocked off.
That's right.
It's weird to me that that people are like pay $48 or $49 or whatever to use a room, and then if you want to eat, well, I'll just charge you more. Like, look, man, what if I just bring my own food and you cook it for me? or if I'm gonna be in someone's house, I'm assuming there's a kitchen there anyway. I'll just cook my own stuff.
Yeah. Well, and
I can toast my own Pop-Tart.
You know what? This just screams that this is just some lonely old lady.
That's what it sounds like. It seems like some like lonely old woman who's been a widow for a while and just like she's begging for someone to come and hang out with her while
Just human content.
Well, yeah,
and not her
basically
damn
human
neighbors.
content, yeah, while she works around her yard with her dog.
That's right, and it's not her damn neighbors either because she can't stand them.
That's amazing.
I mean, she don't mess with her neighbors, but she's going to invite strangers into her home.
Right. And give them Pop-Tarts.
And cancer.
I think Pop-Tart's my favorite part of that. That's that's her that's one of her incentives for you to go there. It's just she'll give you Pop-Tarts.
She'll give you Pop-Tarts.
But I guess because if you need meals, she wants a charge for meals. So I guess if you want the Pop-Tarts toasted, that'll be extra. Because I just eat them right out of the cellophane. I don't toast them. I did when I was a kid, and then I realized, wow, these are just as good when they're not hot.
That's absolutely true. In fact, I think they're better because they don't burn you.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Josiah says, sounds legit. If it isn't s'mores Pop-Tarts, I want my money back. Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing.
You know, I like Pop-Tarts, but the s'mores flavor is the only one that sends me right to the bathroom.
What?
I don't know
That's
why.
weird.
I don't know what's in it, like what the cocoa is or the chocolate is or whatever in it, but it just doesn't. It goes right through me. It doesn't like that.
Well, I think it's the graham cracker consistent, whatever it is they use for the graham cracker.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird though. Like it just
really
does not
is.
like to hang out with me very long.
That's gross.
Did I ever tell you about before? I mean, I don't have any left, so before we kind of get out of here, did I ever tell you about my Yelp story with my buddy Jason?
No, I don't think so. Anyway,
All right, so there's a convenience store in the town I used to live in, where my parents or my mother lives. The house is still there, whatever house I grew up in. And it's got like you walk in, and on the right hand side is a big eating area with like 6 or 7 tables. So when I still lived there, I would hang out there quite often. I mean, you could easily find me there 3-4 nights a week, with a whole group of people, and we would always get food and sodas and hang out. Like that was our Satrials. Like the Sopranos hung out in front of the Satrials in the deli. That was their little social club. This was our social club, basically. It was like 10 or 12 of us all the time that would just hang out and talk about our day and our week, or what we're doing that weekend or whatever. That was where we all got together and BS'd. So this one kid, Jason, he's a little bit wacky in the head. He would walk there from his house all the time, like during the day, and just hang out there all day until like a bunch of us got there to hang out with him, like hours at a time. So everyone knew him. Like even other customers that weren't like part of our little group would know him as, that's Jay, the guy from Quick Check. Hey, how are you? So he would go in there, and his parents were divorced, so one of them at a time would stop by and hang out with him or whatever. Or his father would get off of work and they would meet there for like his dad's lunch break and have lunch together or whatever. So but he didn't know. Well, actually, let me rewind a couple steps first. So he would go there and eat all the time, and like I said, he knew a lot of other customers that were there. So people would walk in and they would, hey Jay, how are you? Blah blah. So it was very rare that there was someone that came in and he didn't know, because everyone. Also, the whole town is only about 1.5 miles big. There's one traffic light in the whole town. There's like 3 different schools, but they're all on the same long stretch of road. So it's very. I mean, it's called the family town, so it's very like everyone knows each other. It's like, it's the whole town is like one giant Cheers. Like everyone knows your name. Yes, that's how he is. People walk into the store and they're like, Jay, or like, Jason, how are you? It's the same thing. So So one day we're all sitting there hanging out, and it's amazing that I was there when this happened. We're all hanging out, and I'm gonna, I guess, tell you the punchline before I tell you the body of the story. But it's me, him, my buddy Mike, my friend Mike's wife, and I don't know, 3 or 4 other people. And some woman comes in that we've never seen before. We did, she was just a customer or whatever. We didn't know who she was. So she comes in, and like I said, when you walk in, on the right side is where the seating area is, and there's the men's and ladies room there. And then there's a counter with like cupcakes or whatever the hell is on the thing. And then on the left side is where the actual store is. So you go over there, buy your crap, come on this side and sit down. So this woman came in and made a left as if she was going to the store, and like just looked over, I guess, to see, out of habit, you hear noise, you look over to see who it is or whatever. And she stops in her tracks, like stops dead in her tracks, turns around and comes over to our side, and then walks up to my buddy Jason and points at him and goes, "You're the Yelp guy!" And he goes, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She's like, yeah, you're the guy from Yelp. How are you? And he's like, oh, I'm okay. So she's like, oh, it's so good to see you. And then she leaves, and he looks at me, and he goes, who the F was that? And I go, I guess I could tell you. Like, I don't know who it is either, but because everyone in the neighborhood knows that guy, I took pictures of him sitting there, like, on 3 different occasions. And then the place is called Quick Check, so there's a giant queue on the wall. So someone I took there was a video of Jason like dancing. He got drunk one night and danced to Staying Alive. It was like right in the store. It was hilarious. So so I took video of him dancing, and there's one part where he's got his hands in the air and he's doing the Staying Alive, that part. So yeah. I freeze framed this part, and I had a buddy of mine, because I'm terrible with Photoshop. I had a buddy of mine take that like picture or that screenshot or whatever, and Photoshop it into the middle of the queue, the big queue for Quick Check that's on the wall. So it looks like he's diving out of it. So, or it's giving birth to him. It depends on which way you look at it. So I took that picture and just 3 other random pictures of him, and I threw them on the Yelp page for that store and never told him about it. And this was like a year or so before this happened, and I completely forgot about it until this woman came in. She's like, "You're the Yelp guy." He's like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." So he didn't know anything, and it didn't click until he said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then I realized, like, oh my god, I put those pictures on there like a year ago, and I never heard anything about it, and I never told him because I thought it would be hilarious when someone comes in and says that, and then it actually happened, and I was there. I was so happy to be there. So like I don't know, once or twice a year, like this will randomly come up in conversation somewhere. And the other people that were there with me that night, I'm actually going to hang out with in about an hour or so. So I can't wait to tell them that we just talked about this on this show, because I forgot all about it, and it clicked. It just clicked an hour ago. I'm like, oh, I got to tell the story before we go. But just
that's fantastic.
Just the fact that I put the pictures there, never told him, and then someone recognized him from Yelp while I was there with him, makes it made the whole day worth it. It was so great.
I mean, what's the name of the place?
It made Quick Check. I'll send you a link to it. But it made the whole year of not telling him completely worth it. Once that woman walked in, she was so excited. Like it was like it was like a 22-year-old hot blonde walked in, and Tom Cruise was sitting there naked. You're the Yelp. She was so excited. You're the Yelp guy. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Am I?
Oh, it was so funny, man.
I'm gonna have to get you to send that to me, because there's too many Quick Checks.
It's so fun. Yeah, I'll I don't want to say the location on air, but I'll send it to you. So funny.
Okay. That's funny.
Although you would end up finding it yourself, because they're only in New Jersey. So, and there's only like 25 stores. So if you would look. If you scroll through it for you, you'll probably find it. But I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Oh my god! All right, this has been a fun episode. Much longer than I expected.
It really, yeah. We thought, man, we didn't even remember it was happening until like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, we'll do a little 20-minute thing. It's been an hour and 7 minutes.
Wow.
Although we didn't get started till maybe 10 minutes after we kind of went or we get hooked up. So maybe it's been a little bit less than an hour.
Yeah,
But that's okay. It's okay with me.
yeah.
Oh man. So where can tell everyone where we can find you?
You can find me at The Real Big Wall on Twitter. You can also find me normally on Pop Culture Palette, although we are on a hiatus at the moment.
I was about to say. I was getting excited. I thought you were going to say like, "Oh, we're back already."
Not yet. Not we're working on it, and you can also find me at the Jackson County Correctional Facility. No,
Do they have nice roomy cars?
they do.
They pick you up anywhere in the country.
They are they're Dodge Chargers.
Oh, nice.
It's very nice, which means that you get there a lot quicker than you normally would.
Legally, and it's legal.
Yes, legally.
Throw some lights on and you're good to go.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh man. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Joey Image, and that's really all you need to know. Twitter and Twitch are the two big ones for me. Twitch.tv/Joey Image. You're here now, obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't say that because if you're not watching it live, then you're watching it not live.
Yeah,
Whatever that
you're
means.
watching it dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spooky.
All right, man. This has been a very fun episode. I look forward to more Airbnbs. I'm gonna maybe leave that as your thing, and then I don't want to interfere.
You know what? Yeah, I'll start doing Airbnb.
That's hilarious.
That's just my thing. Yeah.
I almost want to stay at that woman's house because part of me feels bad for her now.
I want to give her $50, frankly.
Actually, maybe I could just do that and not actually stay there.
Yeah,
I can just
mean,
donate the $48 and some Pop-Tarts for the next guest, and then we're good.
That's
to
right.
go.
Well, you know what? That sounds absolutely. See if her local Rouse's delivers, which
What if
is
or we
the
could
grocery
just-
store nearby.
We could just ship her $50 worth of Pop-Tarts if we ever start a Patreon. That'll be a Patreon goal. If we
We just start sending these people these things. They're like, "Why are you doing this?"
If we hit $50 a month, then the first month we hit $50 from Patreon, we'll ship this woman $50 of Pop-Tarts for her next guest.
That's right. A case.
What the hell is this?
Look at all these Pop Tarts
Oh man,
and some Hill Brothers coffee.
oh that's great. All right, man. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I appreciate everyone watching. We were up to 9 viewers at one point. We're down to 4 now, but it's been consistently 4 and above the whole time, which I like.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yes. So everyone watching, thank you very much, or listening.
Thank you.
Or checking us out. We will be back in 2 weeks with some more Airbnb and Yelp and whatever else we find.
Yep.
So for Joey Image, I'm Joey Image, and he is.
And I'm Wally Phelps. Live long and smoke meats.
See you later.